all is set for the resumption of the new school year across the federation because the new academic session is right upon us. However, here in Enugu State, there has been uncertainty surrounding the resumption of the new academic session due to the fact that the smart schools built to start on the 22nd of September 2025 are not all ready as they were projected to be, and a lot of pupils are going to be stranded, especially those moving from primary 6 to JSS 1. And all these issues are the things we are trying to look at today on African Telecast United Uncensored. I am Ugwabu Emmanuel Chizoba, and joining me to discuss this issue is no other person than an education advocate, Mr. Moses Ebel. Mr. Moses, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
I want you to, in a nutshell, describe the education atmosphere in Enugu as of today.
Okay. Looking at the education atmosphere in Enugu State, well, let me start from the primary school because that is the first step to the education system. What is happening in the primary school now is the governor said, okay, these mushroom schools, we don't longer need them. We are now going to have a smart school that is going to run from primary 1 till JS3. And each child is going to learn at least 2 skills. It was a welcome development. But now, fast forwarding it to today, how far? That's the question. Just like you said, in 2 days or 3 days now, school will officially resume in Enugu State. What is the fate of these children? Because the smart school, we are very sure. If the truth there is that, most times we don't like telling ourselves the truth. The truth there is that we don't have up to 15 smart schools that are ready to resume in Enugu State right now. And up till date, we have not seen any placements. We have not seen any lists. We have not seen the working maybe from the EDC, which is the Examination Development Center. We have not seen anything from the educational zones. Based on the list of these children that have been posted to different schools of their choice. Now, the question now is, on Monday, what is the fate of these children? Till date, we have not even heard of any adverts for application in smart school. Who are the people in charge of the smart school? Is it NSUPEB? Is it PPSMB? Is it Ministry of Education? Who are people in charge of this up to date? So I'm still looking at this. What's the magic the government are going to bring out in terms of this resumption of schools on 22nd of September?
Now, to get it quite clearly, because there's a lot of confusion, right? The pupils, that is those in primary school and those in secondary school,
the junior secondary
schools, they completed their last academic session in their previous schools, right?
Yes.
Can't they continue this session?
Okay. Looking at someone that just finished primary 6, graduated from primary 6, and now want to transit to GS1, and based on the economy of the country, such people doesn't have, maybe the parents are not buoyant enough to go for private schools. Now they are not picking the public school. Normally, how it is done in Enugu State is, during the time they are taking their common entrance, you are supposed to put maybe your school of choice. If you live around Queens, you can say, okay, I want to go to Queens, but my second choice might be Metropole or Urban Gears, if you are a lady. That's if you are a gear. Now, in Enugu State now, the common entrance has come and the common entrance has gone. The school is resuming on Monday. Up till date, I have visited educational zones. I have visited EDC. I have visited STMB, I think. Yes, I've visited these places. And I am yet to understand the people. That's what I'm saying. The people that are in charge. You will know the people that are in charge of this posting. Schools up to now have not gotten their placement form, placement a list of people that are posted to their schools. Because by now, a child is supposed to go to the school and check in the board. Or maybe on Monday we'll now see the magic. But by now, the board, as in the placement list, should have been posted in the school boards.
Now, let's take it gradually, because you are bringing a lot of issues together. I want to understand, can't somebody register in a government secondary school as at today in Enugu State, like a JS1 student going to, say, GTC or any government college, be it only girls or combined, whichever one? Can't somebody go there and register as of today?
You can't.
Why?
GTC, they wish they have GTC. What we have is smart school GTC. Now, the question now, which I keep asking, is how can someone get admission in the smart school GTC? I don't know. You don't know. The masses don't know.
Can't people just go and register the way they used to?
Where are you going to go?
In the school.
You can't go to the school. When you go to GTC, who are you going to see there? People you are going to see their contractors, people that are working, laborers, and are they the people that are going to attend to you?
So what happens to the previous staff of all the secondary government?
You see GTC as an example. GTC was picked up. New layout was closed. Yes, new layout was merged with O1 secondary school, and GTC was now shifted to new layouts. Okay, now people that are in the basic, that is from the JS1 and JS2, JS3 in GTC, automatically what we were told is that they will now move to smart school. So now you're going to GTC, which is now a new layout. Who are you going to meet there? So it's not in session. So it's officially going to start on Monday. So going to GTC now, who are you going to meet there? The former existing GTC, which is now GTC Smart School. There's nothing is happening for now. The building is set, fine and good, but there is no administrative power yet in GTC.
Okay.
Now, okay.
So let my viewers get you clearly. So what we are talking about is that there is a lacuna in connecting the job that has been done with the management. So we have the infrastructure. We don't know what is up with the management. Very, very good. You've been able to clarify that area, and I hope the viewers and the government and whoever that is listening will understand, okay, this is lacuna and how do we fix it before the 22nd of September. So moving on, I want to understand, because you made certain statements in the course of your speech. How many smart schools did you say are ready as we speak?
Okay. I'm not working with the government. I'm not a contractor in smart school. But looking at all the smart school that we can see, both online and offline, I can tell you that we don't have up to 50 smart schools that are ready. We don't have up to 50 smart schools that are ready.
Across the 260
Across the 260 world.
So basically, you have a lacuna. Students across all the worlds are not certain on how to move into the new academic session, which starts on 22nd of September. And then less than 15 smart schools are ready, according to what you have just described. Now, in your own assessment, what do you think is the problem now?
Okay. The problem now is, I don't know if the government had a very good blueprint before moving into the smart school. I don't just know. There was a time that they were saying that they are going to merge secondary schools. Okay, now we are going to have maybe 3 secondary schools and local governments. I was like, I don't know who is behind all this. The problem we are having is that there is no room where stakeholders, there is no room where the ENUGU can come in and interact with the governor, with the government, and say, look at this, that we living in this community, look at what we are facing.
But the governor
Look at the
had
challenges
a
we are
town hall
having.
sometime last year.
This town hall that they are having, do we have independent medias? There was a town hall that was done, I think, on Tuesday with private school owners of private schools. I keep asking, did they invite independent medias in this town hall meeting?
It depends on what you mean by independent media, because I believe Arise News was there, Channels Television.
Arise News was there.
You cannot call those people independent media or government
Yes,
media.
Arise News was there, fine and good. But there are stakeholders in Enugu State. There are people in Enugu State that these people, were they given the opportunity to speak during those town hall meetings?
Are you saying that opportunities were not given to those who were invited?
I'm asking you, were they given the opportunity? Now, Arise TV was there. Arise TV, most of them are not in Enugu State. We don't have Arise TV in Enugu State.
But they have government correspondents.
The case of private school that we had, the town hall meeting that we had at PPSMB, this thing, PPSMB that we had, how many people were given the opportunity to speak? Some of the questions that were thrown there, many of them were they answered by the commissioner.
So the question is not about that there is no forum for people to interact with the government, but that the government is not giving people
see, there are some. I said it before that this is a simple thing. What you do is you create a space. You create, and if it's an online space, because you don't expect some people living in Nsukka, people living far and near, all of them should come to town hall. You can create a space when you see something going on that is not supposed to. When you see that this issue will affect Enugu State in general, or will affect that local government, or will affect that community, you can be able to, okay, sir, see what is going, what is happening. That I see this thing and I'm about to say this thing.
There are labor unions. There is the ombudsman.
The labor unions, are they working? We should not go into that side.
Okay, you are saying that they don't exist. I am trying to tell you that there are many avenues of government.
It's a simple thing. Create a medium where you can be able to communicate with the masses. Okay. Where you can become, if you are going to have a website, if you are going to have a 24 hours link, if you are going to have a platform.
Enugu State has a website which you can actually.
What's the name of the website?
ENUGUgovernment.gov.
Are they responsive?
The question is whether you have contacted them and they were not able to respond. But looking at the issue, because moving from the number of smart schools that are ready, we are now looking at what is the quality and capacity of these smart schools. Maybe in case maybe a miracle happens, or even maybe something happens before 22nd, or there is even a postponement that the smart schools are going to be ready before a new certain date. The quality and capacity of the smart schools, do you think that when they are all ready, that they would meet the required educational needs of the people in terms of the containment capacity of the quantity of students from each ward for one smart school?
Okay, let's look at the infrastructure first. I don't know, maybe there are some magic they are going to do, but the truth is that the infrastructure of some of the smart schools cannot be able to contain the number of people in each ward. That's just the truth. And that is the reason why people will always tell me that it is better you close the private school,
What's
school.
the number allocated for each?
No. I don't know. I don't know the number. But I just said maybe if a miracle happened, okay, fine and good. But looking at it is very difficult. That's just it. But I don't base mainly on the infrastructure. I don't base mainly on the infrastructure. What I base mainly is the staff, the teachers that are going to be teaching in this smart school. Even if it's only 220 people, if it's only 200 people in that smart school, no problem, fine and good. The rest should know what to do. But that 220 people, what are these people going to impart to them? That is the truth. Enugu State told us, there was a time they said, okay, what's they called? Part-time teachers, casual teachers. Yes, that are teaching in the secondary school back then. Come and take exam. They came to the PSMB. They took exam. Okay, that was all. The next was recruitment exam. The first exam those casual people took, till date, no information. They did a recruitment exam, okay, and some people got job. Those ones that were teaching, those people that had those knowledge that has been with students for 5 years, 4 years, they are gone. Now we have a new set of recruitment that was done, and they grabbed some people and fixed into the.
How many people were
and I don't know, maybe around there, I think it was up to 200. The same thing, I was told that
200.
Yes, 200
teachers.
Yes, I was told that the same thing happened even in IMT. The way education system is moving, there are some set of part-time lecturers that were in IMT. These people were sidelined, and recruitment was done, although nobody knows where the recruitment was done, but that's just by the way. So a recruitment was done, and before you know what is happening, they were sent to the institution. Those casual lecturers have been with these students for years, nothing for them. Now, you now come and say that even the process of transfer that is happening in this education sector, when you pick a teacher, you post a teacher for one term, and the next term you send the teacher to another school. The next term you send the teacher cannot be able to calm down, be stable, and impart knowledge. Now the question now is, these people that are being sent to the smart school, who are these teachers that will be sent to the smart school? Most of these teachers that I'm telling you, most of them, are they even literate enough to turn on a computer?
Now let's move, because we've moved past the capacity of the building and to the staffing now. I thought sometime last year there was a training session held for the teachers that would take over in the smart schools. What has become of that?
See, back then, see how training were being done. You get teachers, okay? 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, workshop training. Stipends are being paid.
How was this one done?
This one was, according to people that went there, they were just there, turn on the computer, do 1 or 2 things a day. Maybe you are going to learn Excel, Microsoft Word, and different up to 4 or 5 packages a day. And these people are telling you, and many of them are almost, or should have retired if not for elongation. And you are jam-packing all those packages at once.
Okay, you said the training was 1 day training.
The training was each zone. I think, yes, each zone will come for the training. Another zone will come for this training. There are models that are used in doing training, most especially when it comes to teachers. You don't just come up and say we are doing training, digital training for teachers, and maybe a day or 2 days or 3 days. Some of them are being sent even to outside the countries. Some of them are sent to different parts of the states to learn this robot thing we are talking about, to learn this coding. Coding is not something you sit down somewhere and you come up and say we are doing coding. It's not done like that.
Okay, now let's bring it home, because we've enumerated a lot of challenges, a lot of issues. Now, if you found yourself today being in charge of NSUBEP or PPSNB or any other organization set up to manage the smart schools, what would you have done at this point in time?
Okay. First, administration. Administration matters a lot. When someone that is not a certified accountant is doing the job of an accountant in different education sector, what do you expect? When someone that is not a certified administrator is doing the job of an admin, what do you expect? Administration matters a lot. When you bring in politics into the education system, I told them that you can only force a teacher to teach, but you cannot tell the teacher how to teach. One is you go for this is what I told them last time. I told them that the salary of these teachers should be reviewed. TSS should be reviewed. Housing. Teachers doesn't have anything like housing. Some ministries do have, but teachers don't have. No tutorial people that are working in the education sector don't have anything like housing. Give this teacher housing, increment of salary. First, then fixed people, remove politics from education. Fixed people according to what they can do, what they are certified to do. An accountant should be the one doing the job of an a bossa. An admin should be the one doing the job of an admin. Not someone that maybe you like this person because this person is from your political side or whatever. You say, okay, go and be in charge of the affair of admin or the affair of finance. Before you know what is happening, the thing starts from, and the worst part is that who are the final consumer that will suffer it? It is the students.
So what will you do?
That's what I'm saying.
The schools can get going.
First is advocate for housing for teachers. Advocate for salary increment for teachers. Advocate for conducive environment for teachers. When a teacher is posted to a particular school, let that teacher stay for some time. You don't just rush the person, stay for some time, and then you can now do whatever posting you are doing.
Is it not part of what the governor is trying to do with the smart school so that he can?
I didn't say that. I don't know if I didn't see anything of such in the smart. Or do you see?
No, they talked about taking up the salaries of teachers, ensuring that the teachers.
See, this is a simple thing. You can still increase the salary of teachers while we talk about smart school.
Okay, you can.
Okay, it's a simple thing. It's not a must that you will wait till we are done with the smart school before you increase it.
Moving on from the issue of smart schools, let's talk about the WAEC, because there are filtrations here and there that the WAEC candidates were made to pay more than they were supposed to pay.
It's true. I got such reports.
What are the issues?
I don't see any issue here. The problem there is the governments are not being transparent with the people. This is the particular amount WAEC is taking. Now, because of you don't want fraud, you don't want a situation whereby schools will start defrauding students to pay for this and to pay for that. You say, okay, let the government take over all this and do it. And at the end of the day, it's not to the benefit of the masses. I don't see it as a good governance. The WAEC fee was this amount, and you said, okay, you don't want school to defraud the people. And
schools in this case, are they government schools or private schools?
All schools. It's not only private school that government schools writing WAEC, but both private and government schools. And now you increase the fee. Now, I keep asking, that WAEC fee, that 20-something thousand that are being paid, what is inside it? Why not break it down for us? Let's see what is inside it. And the increment you made, what is inside that increment?
How much increment?
Because we have casts, we have passports, we have running costs. And now talking about running costs, some of these running costs are being paid even to private accounts.
The question is, how much was increased? How much was added to the?
Yes, it was around, I think, 6,000 something.
On top of
The 20 something that was charged by WAEC.
So that amount is paid into a different account, or all of them?
All of them are paid to the Ministry of Education accounts.
Okay, all of them are paid to the Ministry of Education.
Yes,
the
accounts. Then the Ministry of Education will now know whatever they are doing.
Before we begin to round off this show, there are also insinuations, because if you look at this area, but before I ask this question, are you in the private school sector or the public school sector?
I'm not in any sector. Okay. I'm an independent education reformer.
Very good, because there has been cases, there are alleged sabotage both on the side of the government and on the side of the private schools. That they are saying that the government is trying to revoke the licenses, or has already revoked the licenses of private primary and secondary schools, so as to make way for the smart schools. Are you privy to any of this?
I got that information. I'm not speaking on behalf of private school owners that will come and speak on their behalf. But I got such information. I told them that it's a simple thing. If the government are saying that your license, government is continuity, what you're supposed to do is to renew your license. And if they are saying that you are going to now go back and get a new license, maybe for their own benefits, you know what you are going to do. You can go to the court or do whatever you want to do.
Now, let's bring it down. As an ordinary citizen of ENUGU State, don't you think that the private schools are ripping ENUGU State or ENUGU people off, whether it's in ENUGU or elsewhere in Nigeria? Because we've seen situations where WAEC holders are employed as teachers, pay 30,000, and students are made to pay 200,000 and above.
That is what the government should checkmate. Although during the town hall meeting,
the government might say that this is actually what they are trying to checkmate with the smart schools.
Is that why the fee should be high?
Which of the fees?
I heard they were paying up to 400 and something thousand, depending if you have maybe private primary school, secondary, and both of them. Some pay 700, some pay 400, something like that. But even at that, it's high. Now, checkmating it doesn't have to be paying good sum of money. You can checkmate it. Yes, fine and good. Most of these private schools do a lot of nonsense. Yes. And the other time, we were the one that was against this so-called graduation. You are in primary school, you are doing graduation. You are in nursery school, you are doing graduation. And fine and good, thank God, the Commissioner of Education has touched it. And I also said that it's better if you are touching it in private school, make sure you touch it in other schools, even the mission schools. Because some mission school, even during, I think, Father's Day and Mother's Day and all these things, they also pay some money. When you are touching it, touch it everywhere. Don't suffocate parents, because finally the parent that will suffer it. So, touch it, both the mission school, both the public school, both the private school, whatever guideline or rules you are giving, let it be general.
Okay, this issue has not been confirmed, and it's not something that is already out there. But a lot of people have been thinking, because watching the trajectory of the government of the day in Enugu State, we've seen the cases of the motor parks, and other the hotel presidential, and a lot of other things that the government has been able to achieve. And people are asking, when finally all these smart schools are ready, are they going to remain free, or are they going to do it the way they did
see, we have Superb. Superb are the one in charge of basic education. You know, basic education is primary 1 to just 3.
Yes.
Yes. We have Superb from the federal government. And Superb are the one taking care of these peoples. Okay? So, uh, Peter Mbah's already said it, which is supposed to,
That is,
because
it is going to be
they are
free.
under Superb. So what we are now saying is, since this is under Superb, the smart school you are building for us is for us to enjoy the infrastructure there, fine and good, but we are not paying. And he has already said it. I read one of his manifesto back then that the smart school will be free. So we hold it to his word that it will be free.
The question is, because politicians, as we know them, are not very good sticklers to their words. As an education advocate, what are the things that people in your sect are doing to ensure that indeed these words are passed into law or made in such a way that it is going to be certain that smart schools will be free and will continue to be free?
We're on the watch. We're on the watch. If any fee is being introduced in the smart school, because it's a basic from the primary, just like I said, to the GS3, if any fee is being introduced, definitely we will look up to Superb and tell them this is not what is supposed to be. But we believe that the governor will not be stubborn.
We believe that the governor will not be stubborn. Thank you very much, Moses Ebel, for your contributions. And that is where we call it a wrap today on A.T.U News Uncensored. And I am Ugwabu Emmanuel Chizoba, urging everybody involved in this entire issue, both the governor, the stakeholders, the board members of the PPSMB and NSUBEB, the teachers, the administrators, the parents, and every other person concerned, to ensure that our pupils resume school as and when due, so that their future will not be truncated. This is African Telecast United Uncensored. See you some other time.